is still booming. I pull up so I can pull no more.
Apple, they're already holding a really good level here at 138, and they're trying to push the next level at 139. So if they push this, expect basically every dollar out. It's weird, and I have not been trying to do that, but Apple is almost like Boeing now, where I feel like I'm going out every dollar or so for the next target or next level, which I'm not saying you should do that, but it's definitely a pattern I'm noticing on Apple a lot more. And then AMD was the last one I posted, and I mainly did this because I didn't have my NVIDIA chart ready, so I quickly went over and did AMD. But basically, they just pushed a new pre-market high, which I guess you could mark that if you really want to. It's not going to be that strong of a level. Sorry, guys. I'm losing my oxygen today. So if they can get over 64.20s and 64.55, that'll be a good short-term, long level to get above. You can see they're fighting today's open, or I'm sorry, today's low. And if they get back down, what are we going to watch for? Previous day open and previous day close. These are two really, really strong levels that can lead to a sell-off. So keep those levels on watch for those three tickers, and I will go back to SPY, and we will continue to update this as much as we can. Let's see if this buyer reaction on SPY is anything strong enough to take them back over today's open and the pre-market high / previous day open, which will lead towards 364. If not, and we get a rejection here, or they just build base and drop lower, we'll definitely be looking to see if they can get back to this trend line, as well as the previous day low / close. And under that, we have pre-market low. 365 just hit. If anybody's in above the 364, it's a great time to shed profits, as well as look towards 366, which is our secondary target. We also have a third target at 367, but these are all kind of runner targets. If you're just now entering trades, you should be entering very light and taking scalps, because anybody who's already taken the better breakout has already shed most of their profits, if not all of them, and are looking at these last couple targets. Again, the levels are 365, 366, and 367. What's up, everybody? It's Billy here again, and I'm going to be recording real quick. Let me drag this over. Clearly, I wasn't prepared. I'll just grab it from here. But as you can see, I have my list. Oops. SPY, another amazing week, all that good stuff. And I post this before market open every day. Sometimes it's 40, 50 minutes. Most of the time, it's 30 minutes, though. You can see I did Apple, Tesla, AMD, all that good stuff. I posted a smaller time frame and a bigger time frame for SPY. Sometimes I drop updates, but not all the time, so don't look out for that. Stream is where I put most of my hard work and effort into, but I try to update as much as I possibly can. But let's go through those real quick, just to give you guys a better review. Those were just clips from the stream. But today we were looking over 139. We ended up getting that with targets at 140 and 141. We hit both. We took profits. We're out of it. And there was even a good reversal trade that ended up popping back above 140 to take us back towards 142. So that was really cool. And again, the main thing we use when trading is price action. So of course I like to wait for rising volume. The rising volume didn't hit to way up here, but we did have a good candle close right here. So this was just higher risk because of the not as big volume stepping in. But the thing that should have given you confidence, if you look, that was at 850. If we go to SPY, what was happening at 850 on SPY? We were popping up, we broke today's open, and it was just giving a light retest entry, which didn't break today's low. If this would have broken, it would have invalidated all of this move. And then it popped over 10 minutes later. So go back to Apple. You can see 10 minutes later, that candle stepped in, so that's why we got that rising volume. We hit our first target, we hit our second target, and then any other profits I'm not going to sit here and be Captain Hindsight on, but we did definitely call out both of these first two moves. And then AMD, which I'll go back to Tesla and show you guys how that one played. AMD, here we are. And you can see on that first breakout, this was in sync with SPY, so it was actually almost leading a lot of the semi sector. But as you can see, it ended up popping up with rising volume. So in comparison to Apple, this was probably a better entry. So you end up getting in on there. And then from the point of the breakout to at that time's current day, at the time when we were kind of getting this red candle, this was our high of day. We ended up highlighting the golden pocket, which is one of our only few retracements we like to use for fibs. I don't like to pull those out too much because it confuses people. But really, really good retest entry for a second opportunity into our main target and our previous day highs. You could see was our main targets. And now it's just been a little bit choppy since then. So we got a lot of the bigger moves right there out of the initial market. Tesla, we had over, let me repeat it. Scalps were over 258.60s towards 260, 260, 250, and over 260, 250s towards 265, 266. We didn't get any of that to happen. we had below 248s and 243s for more downside, and we have had under 248s and 249s, which was the pre-market low, into that first area, and since then we've just kind of seen simmer down moves under, so nothing really amazing. Tesla started the day off lower, so it made that price action a little bit more volatile, not as fun to follow. But the thing that really did play out from our list today was Apple, AMD, and then of course SPY. We had rising volume take over today's open. Very, very significant sign. Again, basically saying as long as we hold our low of day, we should break whatever the next level is above. We ended up breaking our pre-market high and our previous day's open. Two really, really strong levels combining into one, and we ended up getting another, see rising volume there, another rising volume as we broke that level, leading into our next area here at 364s, which was talked about in the stream and on the list. And then we've just slowly been working our ways up to 366 as we hold 364. So 365 and 366 both hit from the list and the stream. This did very well, but as you can see, it's a bit of a process. You don't just go straight up to your target. Sometimes you have these opens where you have to fight and take control of today's open, which you can see here. Sometimes you end up getting these moves where from the point of the breakout to that current high of day, we're kind of worried to see if they still hold, which that's not the one I was going for, I'm sorry. Where were we when I marked this? I think it was up here. At the end of that video, you see me say we hit 365. I'm pretty sure I grabbed it here and we highlighted that area. And then you could see we just kind of been bouncing on it since then, so nothing amazing, and that's what's helped us push up to the next level. So it did take a lot of time, as you can see, as we headed into the lunch hours and the emergency meeting at 10:30. So that's kind of why we had that little bit of volatile, indecisive trading, but it was still very, very accurate. And I would say today was one of the easier days to take trades from our stream. As you can see, AMD, Apple, we saw Tesla, and then of course SPY. So hopefully you guys enjoy these breakdowns, some of these reviews afterwards. Maybe I can do more if you guys give some good feedback on them. But let's see what y'all think of it. But hopefully this helps you guys.